My name is Gabriella Frank, but my friends call me Gabby. I became a nurse because of the great care I got here at CPMC. When I was 16 years old, I got admitted to the hospital here at CPMC with a very severe bowel obstruction. I ended up being there for 4 months, had multiple tubes coming out of my body, was just in a horrible state, very sick.
She came in for an obstructive intestinal condition. Her guts basically folded onto themselves. She required several surgeries to get them untangled. She constantly had issues with pain. She needed procedures, IVs, blood draws, and other things. And we took a real hands-on approach, and we really spent a lot of time taking care of their other needs as a family. They did a great job coming through, but 4 months in the hospital is a very, very long time.
Dr. Herbsman really went beyond of just being a doctor and really took extra time and did extra things that really helped me throughout my stay as a patient here at CPMC. One day he got a few of the other teenagers that were patients on the floor and got them to come in and play board games with me and just kind of get me back with people my own age, and helped me get my mind off of what was going on for that afternoon, which really, I still remember that today.
We take care of patients as if they're our own family, our own children. And so you cry when it's sad, and you laugh when it's funny, and you enjoy their successes and their graduations and leaving the hospital. And you go to funeral when you have to, and you shed tears for a child that passed away. And the best doctors and nurses that I know do that. They feel everything. If you don't have the empathy, it's a very hard job to do.
The whole thing, I would say, took about a year until I was completely better and back in school. I finished high school and went to college, and I literally was just sitting in class and realized that was not what I wanted to do. I wanted to help take care of people because the care I got here made such a big difference in my life, and I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for the people who took care of me. So I left journalism school. I was in Oregon. I came back home and did all my prerequisites for nursing school and got into a program and became a nurse. I had just been working here about a month or maybe 2 months here at CPMC when Dr. Herbsman was here to see one of his patients, and he did not know I had gone to nursing school.
I remember walking onto the ward and walking onto the nurses' station, usually joking around with all the nurses, and all of a sudden I see somebody who looked vaguely familiar, and she comes screaming up to me and gives me a hug and says, "Do you remember me? Do you remember me?" And then it just all rushed back.
We just looked at each other, and he was like, "Oh my God, you look so great." And we just hugged and laughed, and it was just fantastic because he did not know that I had become a nurse, and it was just a great moment.
She's a great nurse. She's compassionate, she's smart, she's sharp, she advocates for families, and it's the most amazing feeling that somebody who spent 4 months here under fairly unpleasant circumstances because of her illness came back and wanted to work here and wanted to take care of children, and was so inspired by the nurses and doctors that took care of her that that's what she chose to do for the rest of her life. So we're delighted to have her here.
I definitely think being a patient here has helped me connect with the patients and the families that are here and be better at my job. I really feel like I have a different perspective because I understand, their physical pain and just the emotional pain that the children and the families are going through. And I feel such a connection being here of the staff and the patients, and I can't imagine being anywhere else.
Most of healing is about the environment around you, and it has to be a wonderful, caring environment. And that's something we do very well in pediatrics and in women's and children's in general. We take wonderful, wonderful care of everything else, not just the body, but the mind and the heart, and taking care of the patient's emotional and psychological needs.
Oded, I wanted to tell you thank you so much for your kindness. Thank you for a smile when I needed it most, and thank you for inspiring me to care as much as you do. Thank you, Oded, and congratulations, you deserve it.